Welcome back, YouTube. Today I've got my big block mini bike sitting there. I'm surprised none of you have caught on yet that thing's actually not a big block, it's a small block. Usually anything above 25, 30 horses stock is a big block. I do want you guys to know that just because that says 18 horse, since I've removed the governor, I'm betting it's probably pushing 25, not 18. This engine can now rev to about 6,500 RPM or so, give or take. That's just by the tone of the exhaust, stuff like that. It'll probably blow up at about 8,000 RPM and just shatter. I don't see this thing blowing up in the future anytime soon anyways. It seems to have pretty good oil pressure, so I'm not too worried about it. This thing's got about 45 pounds of oil pressure at wide open. Seems to be plenty. But that's not why I brought you in today. Today, I have a treat. And I'm going to put you on pause here, and I will get it into frame, and you can see what it is. Alright. I went on Marketplace the other day and managed to score a second 18 horse Vanguard V-twin for 250 bucks. There's only one catch. This thing had a hydraulic pump on it for a riding mower. Somebody cut the shaft off. Now, that means that I'm going to have to rebuild this engine and put a new crankshaft in it if I want to use it for a mini bike. This is way too short and there's nothing I can do about it. I could try to put a bigger, like make a sleeve or something to go on there. I am a machinist after all, so I could do it. But it's not going to be centered enough, and I don't know of anybody that's ever done something like that, and I don't know of a bigger torque converter I could put on this thing. Go ahead and leave the comments down in the leave a comment. But I've got another idea. First of all, I could take and rebuild this motor, put billet rod, billet flywheel, billet crank, or not billet crank, but forged crank, and billet pistons in this thing and make this thing maybe produce 30, 35 horse. Dual carbs, all that stuff would be super awesome. That's option number one, and then put this into that bike. Option number two, I might be able to build a second bike with it, or maybe put it in a golf cart or something. Either way, I'm going to hold on to it. But option number three, this is going to be a surprise. I just thought of this the other day, and I think I want to go for it. Let me put you on pause and set her up. Alright, here's the thought. If I cut the frame back here, lift the bike up just an inch or two, I can slide this engine back about 6 inches. By doing that, it'll move the center of gravity back a little bit on it and make it a little bit more wheelie happy. Now, it's damn wheelie happy the way it is. It goes pretty good. And my second thought is, by moving that engine back, I can cut the frame down here, cut it up here, and extend the front end forward and put this engine in front of this one and make this thing a double twin mini bike. I think that's an awesome idea. These things stock, this bike would make 36 horse. I'm guessing without the governors, this thing could see 50 plus. 4 cylinders, 2 engines, 2 torque converters. Put them together and we'll chain them into one drive unit. We'll change the back tire and make that thing a 10-inch wide. We'll put rear suspension on it, 4 pipes, or 2 maybe car racing mufflers or something like that. 2 air cleaners. And that gives me the potential in the future to maybe even build these engines, and who knows, maybe this bike could see 100 one day, 100 horsepower. And just to let you know, this thing does about 55. It seems like it tops out pretty quick because it just gets there that fast. I don't want to gear it any higher. The bike is too sketchy the way it is. I need to do a lot of work to it to get it a little bit better. Currently the front tire is too lean forward. It's too vertical. I need to lay it back some, which in cutting the frame and extending it out I would. I'd lay it back and then I would extend these fork tubes down to make it more of a chopper style. And it would have the twin engines. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. I want to hear other crazy ideas I could do. Who knows, maybe one day we'll put a track on this thing and make it into a snow bike. Use the snowmobile track, cut it down, make it a little bit shorter, build a track mechanism, put this thing on tracks. I think that would be cool. Put a ski in the front, track in the back, 2 engines, 50 horse. This thing would just fly. I know I can do it. Just a matter of if you guys want to see it or not. I need your support. If you guys don't want it, then I'm not going to do it. If you guys let me know that you want it, just leave a like. That's all you got to do. 50 likes, I'll do it. I've seen upwards of 50 on some of my other videos. I know you guys can do it. Yeah. Let me check how we're doing on time. Oh, we're doing good yet. Well, of course, I'm not going to leave you hanging. Let me get that engine out of the way, and we'll fire it up. Alright. I want to show you one other thing. I've heard some concerns about this bike being too heavy. Yeah, that engine weighs a few pounds, but it's not so bad. I can lift the whole bike off the ground by myself. It's not light. I bet you it probably weighs 130-ish pounds, 140, maybe even 150. But it's not that bad. And this engine runs smooth as silk. It's got a misfire. I think it's always kind of had a misfire to it. I'm pretty sure it's from the previous owner. He said that it had minimal hours on the thing, but I don't trust him. So, on with the cold start. Have not started this thing at all. Bone cold. Freezing. I don't know what kind of temperature it is today, but obviously I got a sweatshirt on and I rarely wear sweatshirts unless it's cold out. Yeah. No choke. I'm going to give her a little bit of throttle and crank her over. You got to turn it on first. Easy as that, fires right up. Looking at it now, I can see that it looks like the engine's spinning the wrong way. I assure you, it's running the right way. It's just the camera. Well, I'm gonna let that thing run for a few minutes. And if I put it on this video, you'll see it. Otherwise, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. This is Crazy Builder 141, signing off. Have a good day.